I remember a few years ago I discovered this new breakfast cereal thing that was supposed to help with my IBS problems, and it kind of did help to a point, but I was still struggling with bloating and constipation. And I remember emailing the provider and saying, look, this isn't really working like you said it would. Can you maybe give me some other tips as to things I might be able to try? And she said, are you drinking lots of water? Are you exercising? Are you having plenty of fibre? She went through all these things and I was like, yes, 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 yes. And I like to be healthy. And she said, well, the only other thing I can suggest is leave toxic relationships. And so I did. Not that minute, obviously. But when I left him, my constipation improved. G'day, I'm Cheney, and I would love to be able to help you with your circumstance. Having been in a number of abusive relationships over the years, I know that abuse is not just psychological or just verbal. It is all-encompassing. It affects your whole body, and I've come to the belief that actually all abuse is physical because it has a physical manifestation in your body. If you are someone who struggles with IBS or other digestive problems, I can tell you right now, they will be made worse by toxic relationships. And it's not that silly, really, when you think about it. I mean, we are all connected, our mind, our body, our thoughts, our spiritual beliefs, if you have them, our stress, our work, our family, all these things connect together to make your body function the way that it does. And part of that are your thoughts. And I guess what I'm coming to is the idea of self-esteem having quite an effect on your digestion. And I'll explain what I mean by that. When you are really stressed, your body releases various hormones, stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. And part of what happens during that stressful process is that your digestion doesn't work as well because it feels like it needs to fight emergencies rather than rest and digest. I talk about that in some of my other videos. When it comes to self-esteem though, and I think specifically for women, in that sometimes we don't really feel like we're allowed to say no. And this can be down to really tiny things like, oh no, I won't have that piece of cake even though you made it for the party. I can't have it, I've got food intolerances, or I've got IBS, or I've got digestive troubles. And actually, you shouldn't even need to give an excuse, but sometimes we just say yes and take the cake because, well, that takes the cake, because we want to please somebody else. Sometimes we might want a piece of cake too, there's no denying that. But I think just might be important for you to consider what is it that you're sacrificing. If this is sounding really familiar to you, there's got to be a point where you sort of think, I don't think the way that he or she is treating me is appropriate. Is this person caring for me or actually thinking about my position or wondering what it's like for me? Toxic relationships affect your digestion. I'm telling you right now, they affect your digestion. See what it is you can do to try to boost your self-esteem in some way or other, to realise that you are worth a better relationship than this. If the way that someone treats you leaves you feeling like you're unable to say what you need or what is best for you, then things need to change. And this might be step one, is just being aware of that. And if your mind, like a lot of people's mind, goes to, but who else would I be with? Or who else, you know, I would have to go through a breakup, or I would have to go through a divorce or work out what to do with the kids or the house or all of those questions, that's fine. Let those questions just float on by like leaves down the stream. But for now, thinking about what your worth is, because this is your life and you've got many years left to go. So how do you want to live? And how do you want people to treat you? Because it starts with how you treat yourself and how you expect to be treated. And let's keep in mind as well the little mini humans in our lives that watch our every move. So if you've got kids or if you are a carer to children, how do you want them to see their own boundaries in life? Do you want them to have good self-esteem and to be able to say, no, I'm not going to do that because it's not good for me? I know that when I had IBS, there were certain people who were really easy to be around because I could just say, oh, no, I can't have that. And they'd go, okay. And it was easy, so easy. And then other people, I'd feel like I had to go, oh, look, I'm really sorry, and this is frustrating, I know, but I actually can't have some of that, so I'm going to have to take my own lunch with me, or I'm going to have to get something else, or sorry to be a pain and everything. And you're the one dealing with all the symptoms. You're allowed to have boundaries around what you eat. It's hard enough every day just trying to plan what you're going to have for the day, what you're going to have for dinner, especially if you're cooking for other people and you need to work out what you're going to have as well as what they're going to have. That is all stressful enough. And sometimes you don't have the patience or the headspace to try and think about what you need outside of the very basics of life, the fundamentals of life. So maybe if there's someone you can talk to, or there's someone that's in your life that's trustworthy, and you can say, hey, I actually saw this video and I'm starting to think that perhaps this person doesn't treat me the way that they should. Just start the conversation, that's all you have to do. First step is acknowledging something's not quite right. Stay curious, be curious. It's the reason you're watching this video. Your curiosity will help you in so many avenues of your life. Let your life be what you want it to be. I'd love to hear your feedback. Please click subscribe and join me as I reach 1 million subscribers. I'm here making these videos because I want to help to change the world in my own tiny and a Cheney way. There is a knock-on effect from the way that we are kind to each other, and I want that to be something that I can share with the world. So thank you for being a part of it. I look forward to hearing your comments, and I would love to hear if you have any questions or any stories. Until next time, take care. Bye.